I'm retired and I'm staying retired. I've got nothing to prove to anybody and nothing to return for. God bless you all. See you on the other side. Like I said earlier, get up.
I'm getting sick of listening to him retire, announce his retirement, and then come back out of retirement to fight again. He's done it a few times. He's done 3 of Chin, the next in line, who was dealing. Was he the next in line? Well, he was certainly tapping on the door wanting for a world title. But just months after retiring for the second time.
Just a quick message to let everybody know that I, the Gypsy King, am happily retired. But to get me out of retirement, considering I don't need the money and I don't need the aggravation, it's going to cost these people.
Tyson Fury has once again triggered boxing fans with another retirement announcement, a move that has become a regular occurrence during his comeback runs. While on vacation in Italy, Tyson Fury posted a video from Lake Como, enjoying the breathtaking views and seemingly relishing his time away from the demands of boxing. In the video, he revealed Monaco as his next destination and declared that he's no longer staying in boxing. He mentioned that his brother Tommy Fury has taken his place and sarcastically claimed that his new job is working as an influencer.
Hi guys, Tyson Fury here. I'm here in Lake Como on the Dom Perignon with Paris, he put orange juice in it and fucked it right up. Stay tuned, there's a lot more coming.
Tell them what your new job is. Tell them what your new job is.
Goodbye to Lake Como, and we're on our way to Monaco. And my new job is influencing people. And Tommy has took over my world, the boxing, and I'm taking over your world now, kid. Get up!
At the same time, it's quite surprising to see Tyson Fury teasing retirement once again, especially amid ongoing discussions about his long-awaited bout with Anthony Joshua. Just a few weeks ago, he shared a video from the gym with trainer Sugar Hill Stewart, urging fans to pay attention to what's coming, a clear hint at the ongoing negotiations for the Joshua fight.
Just in the gym, happened to bump into somebody you might know. We back.
You know what time it is.
You know what's coming.
Sharing his thoughts on the video, Tyson Fury's manager Spencer Brown offered a rather confusing perspective. He initially stated that Tyson is retired, but also described him as an enigmatic person from whom anything can be expected. Brown added that it's ultimately up to Fury to decide what he wants, while also hinting at the possibility of a comeback, suggesting that fans might see him return to the ring.
He's retired, but you never know with Tyson Fury. It's an enigma, isn't it? You just never know. I said a couple of things last week, just in tongue-in-cheek things. But Tyson says stuff. You know, well, I don't care. Without him, it's not as fun as it was. Without him, there's a lot of people slag him. A lot of people slag all of us. But he's enjoying himself at the moment. He's got a lot of work on. I mean, we're away next week. He's got a lot of work on, but. You know, if he gets his head round it, and he's got a really good team round him, and everything he's happy with, maybe you'll see him back.
Meanwhile, as discussions about Fury's next fight continue, Spencer further stated that if Tyson Fury were to make a comeback, his preferred opponent would be Alexander Usyk. He acknowledged that a fight with Anthony Joshua is also possible, but noted that Fury would need to be offered enough money to be tempted by it. Brown added that Tyson carefully weighs every risk and reward before making such decisions.
No, I think it would be the Usyk one. I think he'd maybe come out of retirement for the Usyk one.
You don't think he'd be tempted by the AJ?
Yeah, if there's enough money there, it's all about risk and reward, isn't it? You know, if there's enough money, but I think he'd come out for Usyk. He'd be pushed. You'd have to give him a lot of money for that one, but I think he'd come out for Usyk.
Amid all the speculation about his comeback and future fights, Tyson Fury has once again reignited conversation amongst his fans by making yet another elaborate retirement announcement during a now viral post. While enjoying his holidays, he stated that he feels no need to consider a return, and firmly declared his decision to stay away from boxing this time as final and unwavering.
Good morning, people. Little view here off the balcony. Absolutely stunning here in Como. Stunning this morning. I hear a lot of talk of the Gypsy King returning to boxing, and I asked the question of this one: for what? What would I return for? More boxing belts? 122 of them. I've been rumped. That's it. Fair play to them. They've had the use of me. But I'm happy. I'm happy, contented with what I've done, what I've achieved. what I've accomplished, been around the world and back again, and here we are. This is what retirement looks like for the Gypsy King. Not too shabby. I'm in no rush at all to come back boxing, get my face punched in. For what? What would I return for?
Further emphasizing the need for a valid reason to return to boxing, Tyson made it clear that he is happy and content in retirement. He highlighted that his hunger for winning belts is gone, having already achieved more than enough in his career. Fury asserted that he has nothing to prove to anyone and nothing left to give, making it clear that his decision to retire is firm this time.
Question. So here we are. I'm retired and I'm staying retired. I've got nothing to prove to anybody and nothing to return for. God bless you all. See you on the other side. Like I said earlier, get up.
Sharing his thoughts on this recurring phenomenon, Eddie Hearn noted that Tyson Fury might feel a strong urge to come out of retirement if there's a significant financial gain in fighting Anthony Joshua. However, he also acknowledged the possibility that Fury may never return to the ring. Referring to Fury's retirement video, Hearn suggested it shows that he may no longer have the drive to continue fighting for years to come. If that's the case, he wished Fury the best in enjoying his life beyond boxing.
Not really. I mean, I don't psychoanalyze it. He's either doing it because coming out of retirement to fight AJ might be more beneficial for him, or he's retiring. Like, only time will tell, isn't it? But
we did see a very different Fury to what we'd seen before on Fight Week, and I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't look like he wanted to be there, but it was very different to the Fury we'd seen for a decade. He's
retired before, hasn't he? Quite a few times. He's coming off 2 defeats. That's the difference here. And maybe he hasn't got the stomach for it anymore. You know, and again, if he hasn't, best of luck, and go and live a nice life. So only time will tell. Only time will tell.
While Fury's manager Spencer Brown believes that if Tyson Fury ever makes a comeback, it would be for a fight against Alexander Usyk, Eddie Hearn offered a different perspective. He emphasized that if Fury does return, it would most likely be for a bout with Anthony Joshua, calling it the biggest fight from both a business and sporting point of view.
I think I said before that I think the only reason he fights again is to fight Anthony Joshua. I don't know what other fights would appeal to him, or what other fights would generate the kind of money that he would want to return. So, I don't know whether this has come because AJ's been quite vocal calling the fight out, and obviously there's going to get a lot of pressure that builds on making the fight. Who knows?
Reflecting on the situation, Carl Froch expressed frustration with Tyson Fury's inconsistent and short-lived decisions. He reacted to Fury's recent gym video hinting at a possible return, followed shortly by yet another retirement announcement calling the behavior immature. Froch pointed to his own career, noting that he retired in 2014 after delivering one of his best performances in front of his fans, implying that a more decisive and respectful exit is possible.
Now, Sugar Hill Stu is not here to give him a back massage and tickle the back of his stones, is he? He's here to train him and take the game seriously. So we've got to take this hint as a proper... do we give it any credibility? He's hinting about coming out of retirement, but if I'm honest, I'm getting sick of listening to him announce his retirement, and then come back out of retirement to fight again. He's done it a few times. He's done 3 or 4 times. We've got a little timeline here of actually how many times he's come out. When I retired in 2014, after rendering George Groves unconscious in front of 8,000 fans at Wembley Stadium.
Carl Froch also emphasized that his own retirement came from a firm and clear decision, not from a disturbed mental state. Reflecting on Tyson Fury's repeated retirement announcements, Froch pointed to Fury's first such declaration in October 2016. He noted that it came shortly after Fury tested positive for cocaine, suggesting that the post clearly reflected the mental struggles Fury was facing at the time.
I stayed retired because I just feel like I was ready to retire. The desire was going, and I think when you know, you know. Now, does Tyson Fury retire because he is trying to get attention, he's trying to stay in the limelight and keep in the public eye, or is he trying to do it as a negotiating ploy, so when he's retired it's going to cost a bit more money to get him out of retirement? But either way, if I'm totally honest, I'm getting fucking sick of it. I'm really just losing interest. Let's go down a little timeline of his retirement. 1st of October 2016, he actually tested positive for cocaine, a recreational drug, and is battling mental health issues. He vacated the WBA, WBO and IBO titles and announced his first retirement. That was October 2016.
Moving on, Carl noted that after returning in 2018, Tyson Fury delivered another impressive performance with a knockout win over Dillian White. Fighting in front of 70,000 fans at Wembley Stadium, Fury landed a crisp uppercut to secure the victory. Despite the dominant display, he once again announced his retirement, stating that he was done with boxing.
And he returned in 2018. Then, 2nd of April 2022, after knocking out Dillian White with that crisp uppercut at Wembley Stadium in front of 70,000 fans, and that was a good uppercut as well, nicely timed, clean on the chin, absolutely flattened White. He sort of hit him with an uppercut, didn't he, and pushed him over, and White was like, well, he pushed me. He was like, mate, he chinned you, and we're about to push. But he knocked out Dillian White, and he said he's done with boxing.
I've said what I've said, and I'm happy with my decisions. I'm going to go home with my wife, my kids. Spent a lot of time on the road. I've been away a long time. I've fulfilled everything I've ever wanted to fulfill. I'm going to retire as the only second heavyweight in history after Rocky Marciano to retire undefeated.
Retiring with an undefeated record, Carl pointed out that Tyson Fury has consistently posted about retirement even while actively pursuing another world title. He highlighted how Fury announced his retirement in a birthday post, only to call out Anthony Joshua just 10 days later, a fight that to this day has yet to happen.
Claimed to retire undefeated. That's what he wanted to do. I want to retire undefeated. I thought, you know what, fair enough. That's the crest of his wave. Wembley, big fight. Chinned the next in line, who was Dillian. Was he the next in line? Well, he was certainly tapping on the door wanting for a world title. But just months after retiring for the second time.
Just a quick message to let everybody know that I, the Gypsy King, am happily retired. But to get me out of retirement, considering I don't need the money and I don't need the aggravation, it's going to cost these people $500 million.
But anyway, 3rd of August, on his 34th birthday, Fury retired again. He announced his retirement. He said, that's it now, I'm done for good. 10 days later, he unretired himself and called out Anthony Joshua, a fight we've still not seen.
Adding on, Tyson Fury then called out Anthony Joshua, claiming he was the perfect opponent for his next fight following a full 12-round bout. He gave Joshua a few months' notice to confirm his interest and confidently stated that he would soon provide a date and venue. However, that fight never actually materialized.
Anthony Joshua, I know you've just lost a fight to Usyk and you're doubtless at the moment. And I'd like to give you an opportunity to fight me for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World and the Lineal Championship in the next few months. You're coming off a 12-round fight, so you're match fit, you're ready. I'm giving you a few months' notice. If you're interested, I'll send you the date over and we can rumble. A Battle of Britain for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Let me know if you're interested. If not, I will select another opponent. Thank you very much and good night.
Meanwhile, as Tyson Fury posted another retirement video while on vacation, Gareth A. Davies shared his reaction, noting that he's receiving insider information suggesting Fury is still craving a comeback. Viewing the video as part of Fury's holiday enjoyment, Gareth expressed doubt that the retirement is permanent, suggesting it's unlikely to be the final word from the heavyweight champion.
I went on record earlier in the week in several interviews saying I've been hearing behind the scenes that there's talk of an appetite to want to come back, and I mean, look, he's in Lake Como in Lombardy, on in the Italian Alps, one of the most romantic places in the world. Maybe they're about to have an 8th child, because that's what they no, but look, he's there on his own with Paris. He hasn't got the 7 little monsters running around with
enjoy
them.
It.
And I think, aren't we all on holiday sometimes? You go to Ibiza a lot. You take the family. There are times when I've been away and I think, I don't think I ever want to go home. I don't think I'm on holiday. I don't want to go back to my job.
Dismissing the idea of Tyson Fury's retirement as permanent, Gareth pointed to the language Fury used in his video message, specifically referencing the word rumped. Gareth suggested that based on his behind-the-scenes knowledge, this choice of words confirms Fury is eyeing a potential comeback. He also highlighted the inner ambivalence Fury seems to have, which prevents him from making a clear and final decision on his boxing future.
Given what's been said to me behind the scenes in the last couple of weeks about Tyson, about the things he's showing, his 6-mile runs when he's got a sweat on before he headed off there a couple of days ago, there's an ambivalence about Tyson. I do understand, as he said, he's been rumped, which I think isn't a verb he's just invented. I don't know what that means. I think what he probably means by that is we've got lumps out of him in his career. Maybe he doesn't want to be punched anymore, and that's a possibility. Maybe he doesn't want to fight anymore. I agree, he's got nothing to prove. He didn't have anything to prove, he said, after fighting Deontay Wilder, if you recall. He could walk away now. He's probably got, I was guesstimating this on the way in.
Meanwhile, amid the criticism Tyson Fury receives for his inconsistent attitude, Adam Catterall highlighted the positive side of his story. He noted that Fury has inspired many people, with fans regularly reaching out to him on social media about health-related issues, something Catterall sees as Fury's true legacy. He also mentioned that Tyson has already achieved a great deal, and if he chooses to add another name to his resume, it's entirely up to him.
Tyson Fury is absolutely etched in stone as one of the best. The story's one of the best sporting stories. He crossed over, he's made people feel a certain way, hasn't he, over the years. He's inspired so many people. I see so many people on social media interacting with him about mental health issues and all these types of things where he has helped them. That's the legacy, that's the thing that he's left behind.
Sometimes he's an extrovert, sometimes he's an introvert.
Listen,
so we've seen a lot of different things on his diaspora, haven't we?
He's massively inconsistent, so therefore sometimes in our game it's very difficult to keep up with him and keep on top of the things, because you're trying to hold people to account with the things that they say. But then he said it this day and then he said something totally different on the day after. That's Tyson Fury, all right? Legacy-wise, when it comes to stuff that he's done inside the ring, that's nailed on. If he wants to add to it, then okay, that's down to him.
Speaking about Tyson Fury's retirement announcement, Dan Rafael suggested that his repeated declarations may stem from a sense of fatigue with the sport. However, he emphasized that one thing is clear: Tyson Fury still loves boxing. Rafael noted that Fury thrives in the spotlight and believes there's a strong chance he will return, possibly facing Anthony Joshua in the near future. He added that whenever Fury steps into the ring, he brings significant financial value to the sport.
Got to do, but I mean, and listen, if Fury, maybe he made that video in the spirit where he really is retired. I'm not going to say he's lying. Maybe when in the other 4 announcements he announced retirements, you know, maybe in his heart he believed the same thing. But Tyson Fury loves the spotlight. Tyson Fury loves to fight. Tyson Fury's still really good, even if he isn't at his absolute best anymore. And Tyson Fury can still make tens of millions of dollars, which he speaks about all the time as being a big motivation for him, even though he's made a tremendous amount of money. So while he may have decided to make that video and make that announcement when he did, I think that in the long term, we'll see him back in the ring, hopefully.
Dan further noted that the push for a fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua is deeply rooted for several reasons. He highlighted that fans are eager to see the two face off, and with Fury's proven ability to draw huge crowds and generate major paydays, the momentum behind such a matchup makes his comeback seem more likely than not.
Against Anthony Joshua, I mean, you know, there are some that suggest he's out there making a play to get himself a better deal for the fight against Anthony Joshua. But I have a hard time thinking, after the career that he has had and how well he competed, by the way, against Alexander Usyk, even in losses, that he's going to walk away from the fight that his entire country wants to see, that many boxing fans around the world want to see, when it can still fill up a big stadium and they can still put on a great event and he can still make a huge amount of money.
Yeah, Dan, I want to talk about that.
While Tyson Fury has stated that he doesn't feel the need to box again, Dan Rafael pointed out that the structure of boxing's championship landscape still leaves the door open for Fury to claim another title. He noted that Alexander Usyk holds multiple belts, and so does Daniel Dubois, suggesting that another fight could enhance Fury's legacy. However, Rafael emphasized that regardless of titles, a showdown between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua remains highly appealing on its own.
Well, boxing, the way that the titles are sometimes together, sometimes fractured, you know, it's not out of the realm of possibility that, if he did come back and he fought Anthony Joshua and were to get the victory, that I guess he could still fight for a belt at some point. I'm not sure that's his motivation. Obviously, Usyk's got the 3 belts and Daniel Dubois has the 4th belt, so there'd have to be an opportunity there against somebody. He's never fought Dubois. Obviously, the fight against Usyk, I doubt there's going to be a 3rd fight. So it's really too hard to tell. I think right now, though, in terms of the significance, belt or no belt, the fight against Anthony Joshua was still a very appealing event.
Dan, where would you say that Tyson ranks now among the heavyweights? of the greats.
Talking about heavyweight boxing currently?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, obviously Alexander Usyk is top of the food chain. He's number one. And I still think, even though he lost 2 fights in a row, I would still put Tyson Fury number 2 because he's the only guy that's given Usyk even that much of a competition. Both of the fights they had were very close, and I don't know who else you would put in that position that would be there, not even Dubois.
Sharing his thoughts, Ben Shalom pointed out that Tyson Fury has a habit of making headlines and pulling publicity stunts. He described Fury's latest retirement announcement as strange, but added that if it's genuine this time, his legacy will be remembered for years to come. Shalom also noted that Fury tends to be careless when it comes to seriously committing to fights, even as matchmakers are doing their best to secure a bout with Anthony Joshua.
He plays games, that's why he creates headlines. It's always difficult with Tyson. We've seen it before. He's a character. He plays games, that's why he creates headlines. And but he's retired maybe 3 or 4 times before, so it's hard to say, is this the real retirement? But if it is, and in many ways it could make sense this time, if it is, then what an unbelievable career he's had, what he's done. I'll always remember that night in Germany where he became world champion against the formidable Vladimir Klitschko and has gone on to do so many things since. But yeah, with Tyson, you just never know. And look, if you wanted to raise the purse for the Anthony Joshua fight, what would you do? You'd retire.
Tyson Fury might be on holiday, but the boxing world is anything but calm. Is the Gypsy King truly done, or is this just the calm before another storm? Whether it's Usyk, Joshua, or another surprise twist, one thing's for sure. With Fury, expect the unexpected. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for all the latest on boxing's most unpredictable champion.